Wow. Yeah, my dad is, yeah, I can write many books about my dad. And in fact, the seed that he deposited in me and my brother was actually bore fruit in the 4 books that I already wrote. But I actually want to write a book about my dad because he leaves a tremendous legacy behind. Now, there's a difference between legacy and inheritance. An inheritance is what you leave to your family. A legacy is what you leave in them. An inheritance is giving your family what you earned. A legacy is imparting what you've learned. And my father gave us everything that he didn't have growing up. My dad had 7 other siblings that shared a room. Lorenzo and I can't remember a time where we didn't have our own room. My dad had to leave school to work to provide for his family. When it comes to us and came to me, I finished high school. I completed my degree, and my dad paid for everything. So my dad, like many other good fathers, was committed to give us what he didn't have. But it didn't just stop there, because many times parents give their kids only what they didn't have, and then they end up becoming brats. The other side of the coin is that my father also gave us everything he did have. What my father had was integrity. He had discipline. He had a love for us as a family, as sons, as my mother. An absolute love, and he made it known. And we used to have, as Brian was mentioning, family meetings where he would share and impart his wisdom to us. And he will share many stories about his encounters at work, some incidences that has occurred and how he dealt with it. And he was a man of principle. And he always set the standard. And he told us, in this situation where this guy didn't want or didn't meet the standard, and he told him that I'm not going to compromise the standard to accommodate you, to accommodate your lack of operating according to the standard. I will empower you to come up to the standard, but I'm not going to drop the standard. And he applied that same thing with us as a family. And one of the key things, I can mention many things, but one of the things that I remember as a child, I didn't like cleaning my room. And my mom relentlessly scolded me, Nigel, you must clean your room. Why don't you want to clean your room? And my dad was just quietly observed this. And he came to me and he asked me, he says, Nigel, is it for your benefit or for our benefit, referring to him and my mother, if your room is clean? Who benefits out of your room being clean, you or us? And I said, me. And then he responded, he says, okay, so why are you behaving like you are doing us a favor if we instruct you to clean your room? And just his way of thinking, his way of processing, his mindset, transferred to me, and I so resonated with him. And that's actually the way I connect with people, and I bring alignment and congruence between what people actually desire to accomplish and what the actual behavior reflects. His way of thinking that he imparted to me also guided me in my spiritual walk with the Lord. And in the book of Samuel, when Samuel heard God speak to him, so Samuel heard the voice of Eli. He every time went to Eli when God spoke to him. And in the same way, when the Lord speaks to me, even now today, the voice that I hear is the voice of my dad. And I am going to end off by saying, my dad loved us in the true sense of the meaning of love. Because according to the Hebraic understanding, when you decode the Hebraic, the pictographs of the words in the Hebrew Old Testament, the word love actually means to reveal the Father, the Heavenly Father, to reveal the Father. So when I say that my Father loved us, I can truly say that my Father revealed accurately the character and nature of my Heavenly Father. And for that I am, and we are, eternally grateful. Thank you, Dad.